It all started with this group of Russian reconnaissance troops. APCs and tanks were ordered to carry out a probing attack.
Probe your ass.
The APC breaks through. It's right here. The tank isn't so lucky. It hits a mine and explodes. The crew abandons the damaged vehicle. The APCs slowly back up, not knowing what to do next. The column is paralyzed.
That's right.
Flames engulf the tank, and artillery strikes the APC near the tree line. Part of the column tries to retreat. They turn onto another road and hit more mines. The recon group is destroyed. And this is just one part of the story. Subscribe because we're just getting started. A Ukrainian recon drone spots a large column of Russian vehicles.
Look at that. What kind of dumbass do you have to be to get everybody this close together? Like, you're such an easy target. You're an idiot!
Coordinates are sent to the nearest artillery battery, and fire is initiated.
There he goes.
Here, cluster munitions are used. These prove very effective. One of the enemy tanks is hit. A Bradley, along with an assault team, arrives at the positions under Russian attack. The infantry dismount and head to assist. The Bradley covers them with suppressing fire. Most of the enemy forces are already near the defensive line. Here, we see that instead of using mine-clearing tanks, the Russians begin using APCs to clear the path.
They start using their own people to clear path.
Which does not end very well for them. The mines slow down the Russian advance and give Ukrainian artillery time to strike. The Bradley also supports the defense, having brought in reinforcements. The enemy fires an RPG at the Bradley. But it has no effect. The vehicle stays mobile. It continues to do its job.
Good on Bradley, baby.
A recon drone detects another enemy column approaching from a different flank. One Russian soldier spots the drone and opens fire. Watch how the Russian tanks weave. They're trying to complicate their movement to confuse the Ukrainians.
Oh my god.
But in order to take these positions, they'll have to get through more tree lines and minefields. The first tank is stopped.
Good night.
A second tank tries again
Good
and
night.
fails. Artillery immediately targets the stalled armor. The resilience of the Ukrainian forces in this video definitely deserves your like. At this point, dozens of Ukrainian FPV drones are already in the sky. A large Russian column, having crossed the minefields, reaches the final stretch. They use smoke screens and various tricks to keep moving. In this section, Russian tanks and APCs are vulnerable. The Ukrainian infantry, still active, fires anti-tank guided missiles. A tank clears the road of the mines. This hit may turn out to be decisive in the battle. These are the first Ukrainian positions. An APC previously hit by an ATGM blocks the road, making it easier for Ukrainian artillery to strike. One Russian APC tries to maneuver around the obstacle and hits a mine. Russian vehicles are under constant heavy fire.
It's the same thing every time.
In panic, another APC tries to push forward. There's no way through.
Now they're stuck.
Part of the column turns back and retreats.
Whatever's left of it.
The stalled APCs explode.
4th of July came early, baby.
The Russian forces regroup. They prepare a flanking push.
Can we all just take a moment and realize that this is like, what do they have, like 20 guys on one tank? I mean, oh man.
The second wave begins. One APC hits a mine. A tank tries to go around it and also explodes. Only 2 targets remain on the field.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
The last Russian breakthrough attempt must be stopped.
Boom. Embarrassing.
An APC charges ahead instead of retreating. It misses the minefield and hits it head on.
Oh yeah. Push your luck. And there you are. Whoa, that was a crazy blast.
Leopard tanks are actively supporting the defense. They've been striking Russian vehicles since the beginning of the assault.
Those are good looking tanks, man. Even though I feel like tanks are kind of going outdated, they're still a good looking tanks. Wow.
The Russian commanders throw their remaining reserves into the fight, but it all ends once they reach the minefield.
See how they have to blur everything out?
That's the end of this Russian assault. Russia used 2 brigades and over 100 vehicles and failed to reach its objectives. The result? Dozens of destroyed tanks and AP.
Honestly, some of those could be like reused for parts, right? And I think that's what Ukrainians do. They just, if they can see something, they can reuse some of the parts.
APCs. Let's take a look at several more Russian assaults. Tanks leave the staging area.
Look at those tanks. Anti-drone protection.
Their mission is to break through one of the flanks. It all begins with shelling of the target sector. Part of the column, under cover, is already at the forward line. Now they're in the open.
Looks like spring, maybe summer.
An MTLB loaded with ammo and 2 APCs. A smoke screen is deployed.
Nice fireworks, baby.
A shell hits the tank from above?
Bam.
What was that? The Ukrainians use a javelin to stop the assault.
Oh, that was the javelin?
The crew reacts instantly and runs to the MTLB. But moments later, it takes a hit to the side. This looks to be the work of a Ukrainian tank firing arc shots from behind cover,
Look at
guided
that.
by a drone. The advance is halted. The Ukrainian artillery uses cluster munitions. A bomb-dropping drone releases explosives, and an FPV drone hits the tank. The MTLB bursts into flames.
Wow. Beautiful. Blast.
A powerful explosion. Another drone drops more explosives, and the tank's smoke canisters detonate.
Look at that shot. That's clean.
The assault is over.
I want to see more of those drone videos. HDR, baby.
This assault was doomed from the beginning. The enemy loses its first APC before the fighting even begins. Then, a tank hits a mine and explodes. But the order is no retreat.
Yeah, we
And
know
so
how that
they push
goes in
forward
Russia.
into the open.
Boom.
After taking return from the Ukrainian forces, they turn back. The previously disabled tank is now in flames. Taking another route, a Russian tank drives into a mined tree line. An APC makes the same mistake. FPV drones strike the immobilized APC. And the tank is consumed by fire.
A little bit of a fire starter.
One more breakthrough attempt. This time,
One more.
3 APCs push forward.
Custom made.
A drone dives into the second one. A direct hit.
Bro.
The lead APC charges ahead and hits a mine. At first, it's covered in smoke, but then it bursts into flames.
Of course.
Now, it's the rear vehicle's turn.
Oh, there's the drone.
A direct hit. Another one. The APC is destroyed. The assault has failed.
Unbelievable.
Here is how the Azov unit responds after spotting an enemy column. The Russians send 2 APCs ahead to scout.
Look at those little boxes they built.
Their goal is to reach the village and dig in. They're already on the outskirts.
Dude, that's a cemetery.
Drones take over. After the FPV drone strikes, a bomb-dropping drone follows up. One APC is stopped. The other pushes forward. Here is the first APC, now set on fire. The second one reaches the village,
There's nothing
but it
left.
can't get past the mine barrier. A Ukrainian tank moves out. Drones continue their attacks.
Nice.
The APC enters the tank's kill zone.
Ooh. I'll do it.
The Russian APC detonates.
Wow.
This breakthrough is stopped right at the village. A drone drops explosives and scores a direct hit.
Nice. While moving.
The second APC hits a mine.
Lord.
A strike drone with incredible precision
my
hits the
God.
tank. The assault fails. This Russian tank leads the next wave. The
For
full
now.
column includes 2 tanks and 3 APCs. Ukrainian troops are ready for the assault. Here is the first result. The column comes to a halt. One APC reverses onto a minefield. Another is struck by an FPV drone. The Russians decide to retreat and hit even more mines. The enemy is confused and doesn't know what to do. One APC takes a wide turn, trying to escape the trap.
And gonna get blown up.
It utterly fails. It all starts to look like a scrapyard of destroyed Russian armor.
That's what it's been.
The assault is a complete and total failure. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
The incompetence of a Russian army, military. I'm not an expert. I'm not a military expert at all. But this right here, this looks like a 3-year-old is playing a strategy game and he just doesn't know the controls, right? Like, he just doesn't know how to play the game. And I know this is not the game, this is real life, but like, dude, like, it's not working. It's not working. Why you keep doing it? But hey, keep going. At this rate, there will be no tanks left in like a year. There just won't be. And I'm just saying, like, the incompetence, I don't know if they're just drunk or their brains are somewhere else. Second army in the world. Paper Tiger.